What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This video gonna be going into the Dallas Cowboys some more. Obviously, this problem is the fault of Jerry Jones. This roster, whether people believe it or not, it has 13 first-round picks. Some former, some newer. So you have Jadeveon Clowney, Dante Fowler, who was the first-round pick of the Jaguars. Clowney, obviously, the Texans. Doesn't want to give me. You have Mozzie Smith, of course. C.D. Lamb. Kenny Clark, who was the first-round pick of the Packers. Solomon Thomas, who was the first-round pick of the 49ers. C.D. Lamb, of course. You also have Kenneth Murray, who was a first-round pick of the Chargers. Peyton Turner, who was a first-round pick of the Saints just a few years ago. Khalil Elam, the corner, was a first-round pick of the Bills. Tyler Smith was our first-round pick a couple years ago. Mozzie Smith, of course. Tyler Guyton. And then Tyler Booker is the most recent. So the Cowboys have apparently released wide receiver Jalen Cropper. We got the artist formerly known as Redskins, who lost last night to the Bears. I picked the Bears. Of course, the Bills fumbled the bag. The Bills monkey around too much. Just like the Cowboys. We monkey around too much. And then think we're just going to... Apparently now Jerry Jones is mulling over a possible George Pickens contract. I'll go into another video how bad our defense is. It's pretty bad. Of course, you've got people, when we should still trade for a defensive lineman, but one defensive player is not going to. You could get a Myles Garrett. You could get a Jalen Phillips. You could get, trying to think who else might be available. You could trade for a top defensive end. You can trade for Max Crosby, possibly. Myles Garrett. Trey Hendrickson is still out there, I guess, because the Bengals are just that bad. But if you don't use them correctly, I mean, we brought in Jadeveon Clowney and we're not using him, and I don't know what's going on. I think it's a mix of the players and the coaching. At some point, do we consider trading George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb or somebody else? I mean, Trayvon Diggs, DeRon Bland. I don't know. I gotta look at their contracts. They might have no trade clauses. Sam Williams. Start getting rid of some pieces. Mozzie Smith. I mean, is that experiment over? Do you consider trading Overshown when he gets back? If he starts playing well and you're still not winning. I hate to say it. I don't want to trade Overshown. I don't want to trade Diggs or Bland, especially not CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens. But look at the Bengals, what they did. They gave all this money to their two top receivers. And what's it matter now? Joe Burrow got hurt. Higgins isn't doing anything, and neither is Chase. Because Burrow is not there throwing the ball. And maybe things will pick up a little better with Flacco. But you're asking an awful lot there of a 41-year-old quarterback behind a makeshift offensive line at best. You still haven't paid Tyler Smith yet. Or did we pay him? I can't remember. I think we did. I know we paid Bland. I thought we paid Tyler Smith. Yeah, we paid Tyler Smith. Yeah, he signed an extension, 4-year extension. So, yeah. He's the highest paid interior guard in the NFL. $81 million. Total value, $96 million. So, we've locked up him and Bland. Guyton's struggling to stay healthy. I mean, do we start thinking about trading pieces? We keep on a skid here. And at this point, I'm going to tell you, if we beat the snot out of the Commanders this weekend, I'm still going to be like, what about next weekend? You know, I'm not going to buy into this team unless we get on a 4 or 5 game stretch where we win some games. Yeah, you got the Commanders coming to town, or Redskins, this weekend, and then you go to Denver. So we could look like superstars against the Redskins, and then look like half a stars against the Broncos. Now let's see who we got after that. And we got the Cardinals. We could lose to them. We could lose to we're at the Raiders. That's not a gimme. We got the Eagles at home. We'll probably beat them. Then we got the Chiefs. They're starting to resurge. Then we got the Lions at Detroit. They're pretty good. Then we got the Vikings, if McCarthy's healthy and company. And then we got the Chargers. Then the Commanders again. And then the Giants at the end of the season. If we don't pick up something on defense here and start playing a lot better, I don't know how many more wins we're going to get. So maybe we do end up with a top pick. So I don't know what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of free agents next year, but we'll go into that in another video. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know below. Are you open to trading CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Phil Maffa, Jaden Blue, Ryan Flournoy, Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo? I mean, here's the thing I'm thinking about. Mingo's, 23? Pickens is 24, about to be 25. CeeDee Lamb's about to be 27 next year. Trade CeeDee Lamb, get another first-round pick and second or something, or a player. And you got Mingo, who is looking really good. If he continues on that, pay him some money, pay Pickens some money, and you got two young receivers. The problem is CeeDee Lamb is always reliable. He's always consistent. Even after he got paid, he's still producing. So, Pickens is up and down. He still needs some polishing. Are you willing to do that with Pickens? I kind of would be. Bill Polian said on the opening drive this morning, said he reminded him a lot of Megatron. But Megatron was far above where Pickens is at this point in his career. Because Calvin Johnson, you didn't see the showmanship. You didn't see the talking and all. You just saw production. Quiet receiver. Went out. Brought his lunch pail. Went to work. And just produced. Kind of like Andre Johnson with the Texans. Jerry Rice. Some of these other receivers. Hines Ward, you just saw them produce. Now, Hines Ward would like to get rough with DBs, but you see all these big talkers and all. You don't, Jackson Smith and Jigba, you don't see that from him. You generally don't see it from CeeDee Lamb. You don't see it from Amon-Ra St. Brown. Brian Thomas Jr., he's up and coming. You just don't see it from those guys. So I don't know. Justin Jefferson, he's not a huge talker. Chase, not really. He can do some hand gestures and stuff, but he's not. T. Higgins, he's not a big talker. Quentin Johnson, a young kid from the Chargers. The Broncos receivers. Pick one. So, I don't know. I don't want to trade them, but at some point, if we keep on this skid against really crappy teams, the Panthers aren't a good team. But they're starting to build some consistency. And I wonder maybe if the Cowboys just didn't take them seriously. Just didn't show up. That's even more dangerous and scary. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. Once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. Love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.